is Mario Daenuwy. I study back home in my country in Indonesia, and it's true that evolutionary theory was part of my education. When I started my preliminary study at primary school, all the way to high school, the teacher was teaching me the evolutionary theory in the subject that we call natural science as well as biology. And according to my teacher, that we as human, we basically originally came from, they call it an ape or a monkey. But at that time, maybe because I was still a bit young and naive, so I just, take it, accept it. But then as I grew older, I began to question this concept, because at the same time, I also learned from the church, because I came from a Christian background, that we as men, we were created by God. It's not like we came just from evolution. We are not a result of chance, like what my teacher taught me at school. So those things keep bothering my mind, because at that time I was a bit confused. I was like, keep asking this question over and over again, if evolution is true, or if the book of Genesis is true, because if evolution is right, then the book of Genesis is wrong. Even my local pastor cannot give me a correct answer. Thank God, when I came to Australia, I joined the church in Brisbane, and I was lucky to meet Dr. David Catchpole, and he was actually one of the elders in the church, but he also works in the creation ministry. And I remember in one of his sermon, his topic was about evolution, and also about the book of Genesis. And this topic is really caught my interest, because this is the thing that I've been asking myself over the past, I don't know, like 10 or 15 years. And I was a bit amazed, because the way that Dr. Catchpole explained it is very thorough and very detailed, and he was able to cross-reference the verses that in the Bible, and also back up with the scientific means. I always feel in my heart that evolution cannot be true. I believe that we are more than just a monkey or an ape. But then when I heard this sermon from Dr. David Catchpole, it really opened up my horizon. I began to understand that God is indeed a creator, and we are His creation, and we are created in His image, and we are basically, I think, much higher than the rest of His creation. That's really give me a satisfaction, because from that moment I'm certain that evolution is wrong and it's very misleading. And I think this kind of topic really needs to be introduced back home in Indonesia, because even though there are so many Christian there, even like a born-again Christian, I think one of the things that I believe should be addressed is how Book of Genesis is not a story or a fairy tale, if you like, because I think there's more than that, and I think Creation Ministry has the capacity to explain it to them. Because in my life I never heard this type of sermon, and this type of sermon is very unique, and it really helped me to understand how creationism is the correct concept compared to evolution. The teaching of evolution itself has been going on for so long, so it has rooted in the minds of the student. People in Indonesia will realize that evolutionary theory is actually wrong, and it's quite damaging if you look at it now once you know the truth. When I listened to one of the topic from Creation Ministry, I began to understand that the history of the book of Genesis, all of the occurrence that happens in the past, like the flood, and the giants like the Nephilim and all that. Uh, it really helped me to understand some of the missing link, and I began to see also the connection between the reason why Jesus came to the earth, because the damage has been done, so God himself has to come as man to save us so that we can come into fellowship again with him as we were before the fall. Sometimes you need someone more knowledgeable to explain to you how all of these events connected to each other.